Hey guys, what's up? Here's Max. Today I'm bringing you another part of that story where Goku recovered his tail and gained a new transformation. You liked this story a lot and did a great job with a number of likes in the last video, so you more than deserve another video about this plot. In this video, I'm going to tell you how the fight between Brawley Super Saiyan Berserker and Goku Saiyan Ultra Instinct will be, and maybe we'll finally see the final result of this fight between the two Saiyans, and perhaps the consequence of Goku using such great power. But before we start, I'm going to keep the same proposal that I've been keeping in the last few videos. All you have to do is help us make this video reach the goal of 1,000 likes, and if the video reaches that goal, we'll bring you the next part of the story as soon as we can. If you already know this story and like this content, leave a like now, at the beginning of the video, so you don't forget later. And if you don't know the story yet, but you're interested, give your like too as a vote of confidence. And if you don't like the story, you can remove it later. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get started. Stay connected in the channel and let's go to the video. After seeing the power of Goku using his newest transformation, the Saiyan Ultra Instinct, Brawley felt his most primitive instincts beg for a match against Kakarot, and so he decided to do it, challenging Goku to a match. But Brawley immediately realized his inferiority to Goku, and even though he tried very hard, he was unable to do anything against the other Saiyan. But not only did Brawley feel an inexplicable urge to fight, the same thing happened to Goku as well, who was doing his best to contain his battle instincts and not harm his friend. But his momentum for battle made Goku decide to push Brawley to the extreme, making the legendary Super Saiyan lose control and release his immense power, creating a huge explosion on the planet. Feeling all that power, whose pressure spreads throughout the planet, destroying much of the environment, Vegeta is impressed and says that Brawley's energy is incredibly dense, just as it was when he reached his peak of power in the battle on planet Earth. Before we continue, I want to remind you that our Patreon is still active, and this is the only way we can bring Dragon Ball Hakai back. If you want to see the continuation of the Goku God of Destruction story, please consider helping us. With a very small amount, you can help us to continue with Dragon Ball Hakai, in addition to receiving some exclusive benefits here on the channel. Go check it out later, the link will be in the video description. After the explosion of energy, Brawley reveals himself again, this time much more muscular, and with his eyes completely white. Goku faces the new appearance of the legendary Saiyan, and when he sees Brawley in this state, he feels something very different. He feels his body tremble with emotion, and he can barely contain such feelings. Goku smiles and says that Brawley has finally reached the stage he wanted to see. But Brawley doesn't want to talk, he wants to fight, and then he charges at Goku with an extremely powerful punch that the protagonist blocks, but is launched towards a mountain. He does some acrobatics in the air to avoid colliding with the rocks, and that way he manages to land safely. But he doesn't have much time to think, as Brawley is already coming towards him, preparing an extremely strong punch. Goku escapes the attack by flying away, but the stones do not escape the legendary Super Saiyan's blow, and are wiped out of existence by the power of the legendary warrior's blow. Goku flies towards Brawley to attack, and Brawley tries to stop his advance by shooting dozens of ki balls at the protagonist, who moves through the air, deftly dodging energy attacks at the same time as he dashes forward. Goku gets to Brawley with a kick to the bigger man's abdomen, which is launched to the other side of the planet, stopping only when he collides and sweeps away dozens of trees. But Brawley doesn't stay down for long and immediately gets back and charges at Goku again, who does the same. They collide and Brawley is carried by Kakarot to the planet's lake, but just seconds after they enter the water, the lake explodes. Seeing his planet's lake being completely destroyed, Beerus becomes very angry, yelling at the two that they will pay for this. The planet begins to shake a lot, but no one is seeing the two combatants. WHIS informs that right now they are fighting underground. But the fight below the ground doesn't take long, as not long after Brawley comes out of the ground into the air, launched by some blow from Goku. Stopping in midair, he launches a wave of energy from his mouth towards the hole he came out of, and the wave of power from it passes through the planet. Brawley certainly thought he was going to hit Goku with that attack, but it thwarted when the other Saiyan appears behind him with a teleport, and when Brawley tries to turn to attack, he is hit hard in the abdomen by a punch from Goku. But he takes advantage of the proximity to grab Goku's head and land a strong headbutt on the other Saiyan, which is strong enough to cause him pain. But when Brawley attempts the second headbutt, Goku stops his forehead with his hand, and from that same hand releases a point-blank wave of energy that sends Brawley flying. Despite the attack he just received, the Greater Saiyan is not intimidated and returns to Goku to try a sequence of attacks, which Goku dodges with great mastery. but with some difficulty. While dodging Brawly's attacks, Goku remarks with a smile on his face that his opponent is evolving more and more, and that's a good thing. Goku says he's thrilled, and that his gut tells him that this is how Saiyans are supposed to communicate, with their fists. Brawly, even in his insane form, let out a smile, as if even in that primitive state he understood perfectly what Goku was talking about. While watching everything from afar with Beerus and WHIS, Vegeta in his thoughts observes the great ferocity with which they fight, and feels that this is a true fight between Saiyans, a fight where nothing else matters, only the desire of each to subdue his opponent. The Prince of Saiyans is very jealous that he is not the protagonist of this battle. Goku lands a blow on Brawly, who immediately retaliates, and after that, they both back away. Goku gets a little more serious, like he's worried. He tells Brawly that he feels an increasingly intense desire to win this fight, and his warrior instinct makes him want to subdue Brawly once and for all. That is, kill him. Goku says they need to end this fight now, before he does something really bad. Brawly dashes forward recklessly, attempting multiple attacks. Between these attacks, Goku dodges most, blocks many and takes a few. It's getting more and more difficult to deal with the opponent's blows, so he must end this fight now. Among Brawly's many attacks, Goku dodges one of them, and finding a gap in the larger Saiyan's guard, Goku manages to land a powerful punch from below upwards to Brawly's chin. A blow so strong that it leaves the larger man completely destabilized. And after completely destabilizing Brawly with just this attack, Goku has all the opening he needs to land an extremely hard and concentrated punch to the center of his body. The impact of this blow reverberates throughout the body of the legendary Saiyan, who feels every muscle, bone, and cell in his body tremble, causing the ki within him to lose intensity. Brawly loses his transformation, passes out, and then falls from the sky. Before he hits the ground, Goku picks him up and lands him safely, carefully setting him down. When Goku drops Brawly to the ground, the others close in, and he asks WHIS to heal him. After WHIS heals Brawly, Goku himself lands on the ground, while returning to his base form. Only now he's realized how exhausted he is, and WHIS is kind enough to heal him too. Vegeta comments that it was impressive the way he defeated Brawly, since at that time on Earth they needed diffusion for that, and even Gogeta needed to transform into Super Saiyan Blue to defeat the big guy. Goku says that Brawly evolved incredibly during the fight, and he would probably outrun him if the fight lasted much longer. To keep Brawly from becoming too much of a problem and things getting out of hand, he opted to end the fight by hitting weak spots on his body. At that moment, Beerus interrupts the conversation by punching Goku in the head while scolding him for almost destroying his entire planet along with Brawly. Goku cries comically in pain as he apologizes. A few hours later, everyone is resting while enjoying a good meal when suddenly they notice 11 energy auras approaching the planet at high speed. Upon feeling the energy of those approaching, WHIS, Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta are very surprised, while Brawly doesn't even know what it is. Those 11 people land on the planet, and they are the gods of destruction of the other universes. Beerus approaches them and asks what they want on his planet, whose answering is Quaitella, who seems to speak for everyone else when he says that they are there to take the Saiyans. This revelation surprises all of them, especially the Saiyan trio. Belmod compliments Quaitella's speech, saying that they will take the Saiyans, and that can happen by the easy way or a hard way. Beerus is the one who chooses. Beerus gets very serious and says that if they think they can come to his planet and ask for something like that, they are very mistaken. Apparently, the extraordinary power of the Saiyans, especially Goku and Brawly, has caught the attention of the other gods of destruction, and not in a good way. What do the other Hakaishins want with Goku, Vegeta, and Brawly? Will Beerus allow them to do what they want? What will be the consequences of all this? Find out in the next part. That's what I wanted to tell you in this video, guys. I hope you're enjoying the story so far, and if the answer is yes, please give this video a like if you haven't already. And when this video reaches the goal of 1,000 likes, I will bring you part 5 ASAP. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also check out our Patreon so we can bring Dragon Ball Hakai back. Until next time, goodbye.